there doesn't seem to be any strong distinction between anywhere in the country and the testosterone levels, save for one state. It has very, very high testosterone levels. Which state would you think that is?
I'm guessing Texas.
Texas.
Oh, no, but there's two states, and Texas would have been one of them. The other one, any other ideas?
No.
Florida.
Florida, really?
Yeah.
Sunshine.
And they're out physically a lot more, people in Florida.
And I'm just thinking about the politics of the place. Miami turning red. I'm like, oh yeah. The average testosterone level in Florida is between 500 and 599 NGDL. What does that stand for?
Nanograms per deciliter.
There you go. Arkansas has appears to be one of the that's incorrect. Why would they put it that way? So most states, it's actually between 400 and 500, and it fluctuates. There's no real distinction between them, except for Florida, which has very high. So it's between 400 and 500. They're 500 and 600.
Another one of the drivers in the
Florida.
Another one of the drivers in the testosterone crisis, really, I think we can say, is age. And as people age, their testosterone levels tend to plummet.
Yeah, but I would have thought that would have affected Florida. That's what I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
Florida,
The Florida,
retirement
like these,
Well,
these,
but
you
the
know.
the counter narrative that's happening now is the rise of hormonal supplementation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's because if there's this whole discussion going on, can you reverse aging? What I'm seeing, and I think what in general is happening right now is the rise of bioidentical hormone supplementation, because as those levels drop, you have to artificially support them if you want to maintain kind of the quality of life that you had before, sex drive and everything else. And when you do that, you see people that seem to be growing younger. It's a paradox. And if they drop their weight and they get on bioidentical hormone supplementation, which, by the way, the government doesn't subsidize. They will pay for you to have synthetic hormones, but they won't pay for you to have bioidentical hormones. You have to pay for it out of your own pocket. So that's one of the reasons why you see the rich people showing these signs that they're not aging. You see these like 80-year-olds or Larry Ellison, right? The other day, he's 80 years old and he looks like he's a spring chicken. It looks like he's in his 50s.
So this is is this like testosterone replacement therapy?
Testosterone and also female hormones.
For women.
For women, absolutely. And it improves bone density. You want to talk about health so the dynamic is the population is aging. And as the population's aging, it's known that aging is associated with decline in a variety of endocrine functions, and that includes our sex hormones. And so if you get in there and artificially supplement those, then you see people that they have a new lease on life. It's like they're young again.
I got a question for you. Maybe you can't answer. They do stem cell therapy now.
Yes, absolutely. This is a key topic with MAHA and some of the strategies. Basically offshoring stem cell therapy for regenerative medicine right now is where you have to go, and only the rich people can access it.
So the Cellular Performance Institute, I visited them in Tijuana. They're outside the country.
Right.
They, I believe they're one of the sponsors for UFC. Many of these UFC fighters will have cartilage damage. They will inject stem cells to the damaged site. The stem cells will then effectively copy the cartilage material and regrow it. And so I met tons of fighters who said they had, rotator cuff injuries.
And this is totally contrary to the established narrative in medicine. You're not supposed to be able to do this. And what these people are is biohackers. Okay, we put out an essay the other day where we talked about methylene blue. I mean, think about it. We now have, as the Secretary of Health and Human Services, a bodybuilder biohacker.
Yeah.
Okay. What's happening in these sectors, like you're talking about the the WFC and the bodybuilders and weightlifters, they are biohacking themselves. They're experimenting with nutraceuticals, vitamins, all these other supplements in a really aggressive way. And what they're doing is they're experimenting on themselves, and they are breaking the ice for all of us. We owe them a huge debt.
Well, you made an important word though, because experimenting. I think a lot of people, like, I don't jump on, like, this is where an FDA is necessary. Like, stem cells super cool, but I don't just want to go to anybody that's injecting into eyeballs. Oh, it does all this stuff. Yeah, but we don't know what the long-term effects are going to be for these UFC fighters. It may be great, but there aren't long-term trials there, things like that. So I'm all for, you should know you're experimenting. You should know the product should say this. We have no long-term idea of, like, does it keep growing? Does it turn into tumors? We have no idea where this is all going. It's so brand new. So yes, experiment. Yes, we should do it.
Use it your own risk.
Yes,
use it your own risk.
But I think we get into a dangerous place when it's just like, oh, it should just be available to everybody. Look how great it is. Mercury was great as a product. I mean, it got rid of cold so quickly and cold sores.
But Dale,
okay,
go ahead.
The question I wanted to ask when I brought it up was, when they do stem cell IV infusion, they say that damaged, inflamed cells release chemical signals. They attract stem cells. The stem cells then bond to the area and replicate the nearby cells, effectively repairing the damage. What would happen if someone got stem cell treatment every 3 months? Could they live forever, or what would happen if they're constantly injecting themselves with stem cells to repair damaged cells?
The answer is we don't know.
Right.
But the regenerative medicine is opening up whole new frontiers in terms of human longevity and the effects of age. That is undeniable. And unfortunately, because of a variety of policies, it is only really available to the wealthy or those that are willing to commit a large fraction of their income to maintaining their own personal health.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Culture War podcast. We're live every Friday, 10 a.m. to noon, so subscribe and come hang out.